What's up, everyone? Today on Motorcycle Madhouse Radio, we're going to discuss what these motorcycle club videos on protocol should include in their videos. Okay, everyone, I did a video, I think it was the other day, where I said, well, I don't support Motorcycle Club Protocol. Well, I kind of forgot to put in there videos, okay? It's not that I don't support Motorcycle Club Protocol, it's I don't support Motorcycle Club Protocol videos that don't put out the whole truth, if you will. One of the things that I said was there should be disclaimers on a lot of these videos. Reason being is because protocol is different from state to state, region to region. It's basically on a local level, if you will. And the videos don't address this. And I think that's one of the other reasons why I got out of it, is because I don't want to see people get hurt with that, and we want to get into other stuff besides that, because there's a ton of channels doing protocol videos. But after I did that video, a lot of guys in clubs, they contacted me and said, you know what, you're right. All these protocol channels or people talking about protocol, they really gotta let people know the only way to learn it is to actually go out there and do it. So and I actually had a lot of other people say, okay, well, what would you change about some of the stuff being put out in protocol videos? Well, it's simple. Most of the time, people aren't even ready for motorcycle clubs. And I think one of the comments came on the Kinfolk video. And they also brought up a lot of other good points. The first thing that I think people should realize, and it don't even have to do with protocol, it has to do with joining a motorcycle club, is you got to keep your mouth shut. I see all the time, because I'm in the biker news stuff, that's our main stuff over on HarleyLiberty.com, is biker news. And I cannot tell you how many times I see it go down where people get into something and next thing you know, they are talking to the cops. I'm talking they roll over and it ain't even freaking an hour before they do it. It's just to save their own thing. And I think that's the reason why I get so hard on clubs sometimes, because they're letting people in that really don't know what they're getting into. Yeah, there's a lot of clubs that are not about that kind of stuff. They're out there, doing a lot of charity work. They're doing a lot of community service type of deal, and they're not in that. But one of the things that I know that a lot of people don't put out there, because let's be, truthful, you got to be to the point, you got to be real when you talk about this stuff. When you join a club, at least one that is traditional, I'm not talking about the so-called pop-up clubs, any of that stuff, but they eventually find out anyway, is when you join a club in a specific area, specific locality, you're not going to be sitting on the fence. You're going to be on one side or the other. That's just the plain facts. There is no fence sitting when it comes to motorcycle clubs. So, say you're in an area where two dominants are. It's either or. I don't care if you're a 99% club, whatever. It's either or when it comes to that, especially in the white set. Now, when it comes to mixed sets or the black sets, you go over there and talk to Black Dragon or Big Cella how that works. But I do know that in the white set, you're on either or. Now, when it comes to pop-up clubs, yeah, they try to stay independent, but those are the clubs that usually just fall out. They don't last more than a year or 5 years, or they go through some crap where leadership's always changing over, or you get a lot of guys who try to get clubs from Australia in or another country in, try to start, and they find out that don't work so well. But I think the first thing going back is you got to learn how to shut up. The internet has, and I think that's the reason why I kind of sour on that lifestyle now, is because the internet's changed everything. I'm talking, you got members of clubs showing off, and I know it's for a couple dominants, showing off their colors or showing who they are. The police don't even, it used to be where they'd had to go to a party, they had to do actual research on who was who. Now all they have to do is sit at their desk, drink their coffee, eat their donuts, and they know who the hell the members are. And they know a lot of what's going on because you got their supporters out there actually saying what's going on. And then you wonder why there's all the problems in the world of motorcycle clubs. And then you wonder why they're on the biker news all the time. Because I get a lot of people saying, well, why you do this? Why you do that? Well, first and foremost, we're a publishing company that does biker news. And we also just launched bikerlifestylemagazine.com, which deals with a lot of other stuff. You know, there ain't no club stuff on that magazine. It's mostly motorcycle stuff, rally coverage, how-to tips, all that stuff. So they, you know, they're like, well, why this, why that? Well, if you don't want to be in the news, don't be in the frickin' news, man. What can I tell you? And I think one of your problems is, I already know that this is an issue. A lot of people don't join motorcycle clubs anymore. It's kind of been a lot of people soured on the ideal just because of the politics. They don't want to be in that crap. They just want to do their own thing. And I think, you know, the term patch police, that actually came up on the internet, which gave everybody a voice. And, you know, seeing The Voice, you know, only 30% right now that I seen, I'm actually going to be taking another poll real soon, support motorcycle clubs. And that's something that shocked me, because everybody who wanted to get a bike back in the old days, they want to be a part of clubs. Now it's like, well, who cares? Who wants to be a part of a club? I like my life. I don't want to be subjected to any of that stuff. I don't want to be subjected to being told what to do. So, but then you got a lot of others that just think it's cool. Hey, I want to join a motorcycle club because the brotherhood involved in it. And next thing you know, something goes down and they're talking the cops, man. I think that's the downfall of a lot of motorcycle clubs. You know, they don't take the time to get to know the people, or they're just in a rush to get numbers to set stuff up. And that's what's going to lead to the problems with law enforcement, is people don't know how to shut up. There was one case down in Florida, and everybody's seen it, them idiots over at the 69ers who wanted to play freaking Sons of Anarchy and Jax Teller and all that on video. You know, those pieces of crap. Next thing you know, they get to their trial date, they're all turning on each other like it wasn't nothing, man, just to save their own hide. It wasn't about the club. It was about saving their own hide. Now, they chose and made that decision to be idiots. But they couldn't stand behind their decision, because now they're doing life in prison. But they were sitting there crying, blaming one another for what happened. If you're going to get in that kind of stuff, you got to know that you have consequences, man. Karma's a bitch, I always say. But there's consequences, and if you're not prepared to accept them consequences, then why get involved in something like that? Why? Because you think it's cool to run around and do that kind of crap? Or you think it's cool to impress some old lady, or to show the size of your schlong that you got a patch on? That's the reason why you join a motorcycle club? And then when things get tough, next thing you know, you turn on what's supposed to be a brotherhood. So I think if I had to say anything about what motorcycle club protocol video should be about, is be real and understand what is being said. Meaning, what they're saying, don't work all over the country. And I'm not bashing these protocol channels. You know, I guess it's good for new ones. But my worry is when, you know, because I see it all the time. I do. And then it never fails when a protocol video drops that we are not getting contacted by at least 20 freaking members of clubs, most of them dominant, saying, you know what the hell is this? Can you put out something, you know, to combat that? And I'm like, no, it's, you know, we're news, and that's really not big news to me. It's more the club's jobs to take care of something like that than me. But yeah, we get a lot of upset people because they go and say, hey, that's not how it works here, man. You do something like that, like I said in that other video, you're going to get a dotted I for pulling some crap like that. And it's not going to be, well, I heard this on a video. These guys are going to laugh at you and slap you even harder for even looking at that stuff. So the best way that you to do anything is to hang around. Now, a lot of people are afraid to go up to clubs. Well, if you're afraid to go up to clubs because you don't see them as regular people, then you shouldn't even be in a club in the first place. So, and another thing about Motorcycle Club protocol videos, you got different sets within the club scene. You got the white set, you got mixed set, and then you got the black set, and then you might even have other sets out there with different nationalities. What happens in one set, I guarantee you, don't work in another set. Especially, and I know that, you know, a lot of people get angered about this, you know, the white set's been the way it has been since, you know, the end of the World War II. The black set, they got their own customs, their own traditions. What works there is not going to work in the white set. And unfortunately, I've seen this happen where the two will, you know, one club might be black, the other might be white, and you will not have one of them show up to a white clubhouse. You know, that's just the facts of life. Do I agree? No. But, you know, I judge people on the way they bleed, and all of us bleed red. So, you know, but that's the traditions, and you're not going to break them traditions just because you don't think it's right. So that's one thing that needs to be included in these protocol videos, is saying, hey, I'm speaking about this set, or I'm speaking about that set. Sorry about that. You know, people don't know how to stop calling me when I'm doing something. But, yeah, they don't tell you that this and that don't work in that. And just telling by some of the comments that you can see on these videos, they shouldn't be near a freaking motorcycle club. Just the way they talk, you can tell. I just say, be an independent, man. Do your thing, or better yet, join ABATE or join the Motorcycle Rights Foundation. You know, that's one of these things that all of us channels should be talking about, is Motorcycle Club and biker rights. Because all the rights are under siege right now. You can see that just by going down in Texas. Now, do clubs have a part in that? You're damn right they do, and I won't be the one that's going to tell you they don't. I'm not a government conspiracist. Hey, if you go out there and do something dumb, you deserve what you're going to get. You know, because it used to be under the table. It was never out in the public domain. And then you wonder why they're all over your ass. But I think all the channels should be talking about this. Not just for views, not just for subscribers, not just for likes. They should be actually out there promoting the lifestyle they claim to love. And that, you got to get in the rights portion of it, instead of just trying to say, well, this is what you should do, or that's what you should do, when you know that it's not the same all over the place. So if you're going to be doing motorcycle club education, You don't go and this is to the subscribers. You don't go to somebody who just took their channel down because he was a, I can't even say it, but he was out in the desert, okay? You don't listen to somebody like that who's never been around a club, got punked out with his colors because he shouldn't have been wearing them in the first place, saying he didn't know, and then next thing you know, he's out there saying you got to get 3-piece patches going all over the place. That's just pure ignorance. It's ignorance. And then you have people in the comment section, yeah. Then you know on the street they ain't doing that stuff because they be walking around with dotted I's all the time. That's just not how the way it works. So you got to watch your information sources. That's one of the reasons why I do like Black Dragon. It's because he's been around. He's been around for years upon years upon years. And he's actually been with a club that you know. So that's why I support that. I like FHO Big Cell because he's real. He tells you, what's up. Some of the other ones, they might not have been around, to me, if you're going to have experience, you better be in the club life about 10 years, live through some of the bad stuff, so you know what kind of advice you're giving people. That's straight up. And when people go over there, they're looking at you like you know something. So you got to keep that mindful when you're doing these videos. They're looking at you thinking that you're telling them the truth, that you're trying to guide them in a direction, but without the disclaimers, without telling them straight up, the disclaimers should be on each video because one person might only see one video, then the other one won't see another video forever, and then they mash the two together without the in-between stories, and again, they go out and get freaking hurt. But that's my take on what should be included in Motorcycle Club Protocol videos. If you're gonna do them right. Let them know everything and anything, man. Just don't do it for views. Don't do it for, just to do it. If you're gonna educate, educate. And last thing is, don't take education from an out bad freaking member of a club. That is the worst freaking information you can get. They're out bad for a reason, and I never understood that kind of stuff. You have a lot out there, that George Christie stuff. He's out bad regardless of internal stuff because I really don't care. But when you see him out there doing the Outlaw Chronicles or giving club business away, even though they're butthurt about whatever the hell went down. That still ain't right. That should be right there. That ain't the way it's supposed to be. So don't forget to go over to BikerLifestyleMagazine.com. Check out all the independent stuff we got over there. And, of course, HarleyLiberty.com, your daily biker news. Always have all the stuff over there. And MotorcycleMadhouse.com, the radio show, of course. And if you're not subscribed already, get over there and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We haven't been paying much attention to it. We got to get over there and do that. Our Facebook page, the whole 9 yards. And I'll talk to you guys later.